Hi everyone, welcome to Glory Color. This is my channel for all things art related. My name is Glory and I'll be drawing with you today. So I decided today that I wanted to try doing a fan art, and I've been watching Miraculous Ladybug lately and I really enjoy it. It's a pretty dynamic and fun little cartoon, and even though I personally would have liked to watch it on 2D animation, I ended up enjoying the 3D adaptation more than I expected to. I really like the design of the characters, and I wanted to capture the dynamic nature of the story with the poses, especially Chat Noir's, which is the one that has a full body. So you can see how I'm struggling with the poses because anatomy wasn't exactly on my side. In the end, I ended up settling for a pose that is pretty similar to the one at the very beginning. One of the challenges that I had with this picture is the fact that I didn't have any idea of what I was doing, so I was kind of building upon itself like some sort of composition in order for the picture to work, and because of that I ended up working on little like on small sections. I focused first on Chat Noir and then I ended up working on Ladybug. As you can see here, I'm working with my Kuretake number 14 brush pen, and because I had no plan with what I wanted to do with this with the picture, I was pretty much winging it. I really didn't care much about the how the lines ended up working, because especially for Chat Noir, he has so many blacks and grays on his palette that I figured I didn't really need to take like a very strong care of where the lines were and if they were overlapping. One of the things that I realized afterwards is that it was a pretty dumb move, because I didn't plan how the tail was going to curve, and I ended up doing like 1,000 freaking lines on top of each other, and it was pretty distracting. In the end, I had to kind of sort of fix it, or at least try to make the work of making the picture all the better digitally to be pretty easier. You're going to see how I kind of tackle that issue later. So yeah, I was working on him and thinking of how fun it was going to be to paint all that leather. What I ended up doing was building the color up from light to dark, just layering the colors on top of each other until the exact shading of how I wanted the leather to look showed through. And I think that one of the main things of rendering leather is being very wary of how the highlights work, because they are pretty much I don't know. I think that when I try, at least the mindset that I have whenever I'm painting leather is lots of mid-tones and very little highlights, and usually the highlights are sandwiched between mid-tones and shadows, just so it pops up more. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the way that I think about it whenever I try to paint it. So yeah, I had lots of fun with it. A part of me kind of wanted to integrate more colors into his general shading, at least for the one for his cat suit, but because I had no idea of what the colors were going to be at the end, because I was just winging it, I didn't particularly work towards that. I ended up putting up like a layer of whitewash on top of the lines, expecting them to disappear, but to be quite honest, when it dried it didn't go away all that much. Still, it's easier for me to just erase all of those lines when I'm in Photoshop, when I have a difference between the mistakes and the actual tail, so that helps in a way. So yeah, I'm doing some texturing right now with a Pentel brush pen that I have, and once I realized that the wash didn't work, I ended up going over it with acrylic, white acrylic. So yeah, after I finished with Chat, I decided that I wanted to do Ladybug, and in a way to integrate the composition with, you know, the negative space, I decided that I wanted to use the circles of Ladybug's patterns, or something similar, I guess. So I ended up sketching her inside the big circle, and I found her pretty fun to draw. I don't know, it's maybe her hair or just how easy it is to draw characters in catsuits. You don't have to worry much about drapery and folds, so it was pretty easy to just capture her in a way. So yeah, here I'm painting. I decided to go with, you know, her normal colors. Part of the reason why I couldn't really I couldn't venture into more interesting palettes was that I don't really have many Copic colors, so I'm pretty limited with what I have. I'm hoping to fix that in the future, because I'm looking forward to buying a couple more sets soon. I don't know when that's going to be, but I hope that it's soon. Also, I think that my boyfriend is giving me some for Christmas, so I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, as I said, because of the limitation that I have with colors, I had to kind of work through that. I don't like shading with black, but I had to use grays in order for her hair to look darker, because I didn't have a navy blue. I have nothing close to that color, so I just had to rely on layers to darken the shadows. So yeah, I decided that I wanted to do like a small I wanted to differentiate the different elements by putting a white outline around everything, and I ended up really liking how it looked. It's a bit monochromatic for my taste, but it's still a really nice picture. I especially like how Ladybug's face ended up looking, and I really enjoy how his suit ended up looking as well. I'm not entirely happy with how the tail ended up, but it's something that I can just tweak on Photoshop later on. I hope that you liked the video, and if you'd like to see any more, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll put out videos every Friday, either Friday or Thursday, something along those lines. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook as Glory Color, and on Instagram as Glory Colors. I hope that you enjoyed drawing with me today, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye. I'm crazy about colors, I guess. So yeah, on this side I have all of my pencils, which are, as I said, color coded. So it's basically